Multiple developers for Naughty Dog have taken it to Twitter showing their excitement for The Last of Us Part 2's development in the next generation console, also known as PlayStation 5. Amazon.com and every single website from Amazon, regardless of the country, has taken out The Last of Us Part 2 from their listings, including the ability to pre-order the game. What is going on? Let's talk about it.
Subscribe to Breakthrough Gaming and get your chance to win a copy, limited copy, Last of Us 2, which I'm not in.
Hello.
Man. Here you go, buddy.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Keep watching.
Alright, so I'm going to start with the good news, and then I'm going to lay the bad news right after, because everyone totally likes to hear the good news first. Totally makes up for everything else that's going wrong, right? No, just kidding. But on Twitter, here we have Kurt Margeno, who is Naughty Dog's co-director of The Last of Us Part 2. We also have Anthony Newman. As you guys already know, I've talked about it in multiple videos and what his involvement with Naughty Dog is. And we also have Michael Barclay. Now, these are all developers and involved with Naughty Dog in one way, shape, or form. And according to all of them, they are very excited for the PlayStation 5 for the simple fact that, according to Kurt Margeno, the new specs that the PlayStation 5 is going to have is going to allow him to have the biggest leap in his career. He stated, still tripping about the PS5 SSD specs, like people don't even know how big of a leap in terms of game design can be made, especially for first-party shooters that don't have to be designed to the lowest common denominator. By far, the biggest leap in my career. Now, what does this have to say about The Last of Us Part 2 itself? Well, very simple. We might not have The Last of Us Part 2 with us here as a copy for the PlayStation 4. What we do have is gameplay for the PlayStation 4 Pro. So, the gameplay I have in the background of this video is all taken from the PlayStation 4 Pro. What you're seeing here, if you think this is good quality, you can bet your horses that the PlayStation 5 is going to be much, much higher quality. And Kurt Margeno, the co-director of The Last of Us Part 2, said that the PlayStation 5 specs, including the SSD, is going to be the biggest push that he needed in his career. So, clearly there is going to be a huge difference between the PlayStation 4 graphics and the PlayStation 5 graphics. With that said, let's proceed with the not so good news. Alright, so on to the not so good news. Well, I don't know if this is, so much of a chance or a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. I do think everything happens for a reason. So here we have Amazon Italy and certain websites from the Amazon Europe department that have all taken out The Last of Us Part 2 from all their listings. You used to be able to pre-order all over Europe, including Italy, The Last of Us Part 2, and now you simply can't. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look to see if Amazon.com still has it available. Give me 1 second. Alright, so good news is that Amazon.com from the USA still has The Last of Us Part 2, but this still begs the question and brings up the topic, will The Last of Us Part 2 be delayed? The coincidence is that last night I dropped a video. As a matter of fact, less than 24 hours ago, I dropped a video on YouTube explaining how the coronavirus could, may very well impact The Last of Us Part 2 to the extent in which Naughty Dog has to postpone it even further. And then less than 24 hours later, Italy, yes, Italy, the country of Italy in Europe, is single-handedly the worst and most affected location for the coronavirus. And here we have the first website to take out The Last of Us Part 2 from their listing being what? Italy. Now more and more websites are following. If The Last of Us Part 2 has indeed been delayed, then in the next 2-3 days, all Amazon websites should have The Last of Us Part 2 removed from their listings. This may very well simply be for Italy alone, but at the same time, with the rate in which the virus is spreading and the case numbers continually increasing in the US, the fact that they already took it out from European websites and Italian Amazon for The Last of Us Part 2, it does not look too good. Well, fuck. Shit. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I will be making another video in the next 48 hours to update you guys to see if this game actually got delayed or if this is just nothing more than a coincidence, which sadly I don't believe in. So, yep. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm your #1 source for The Last of Us Part 2. Don't forget that we're hosting a giveaway for 30 copies of the game. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell icons, and follow me on my social media for more exclusive The Last of Us Part 2 information. Peace out.